Yeah, it's visible, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Let me go ahead. The agenda of this meeting would be introducing yourself with with about the institute, introducing about CMR Institute of Technology, introduction about the MCA program, the highlights of the teaching methodology, training and the placement, as well as the ranking of the institute and the admission process. So, introduction about the institute. So, the CMR group of institution was established in the year 1990. And what is the main motto of our group of institution is that every individual deserves access to a quality education. So, to make student outstanding, value-based and well-rounded personality is our motto. The CMR group of institution is located at 11 different campuses across the city of Bengaluru and Singapore. So academic programs in CMR group varies from KG up to doctoral level in engineering, in education, law, management, biosciences, business administration, psychology, and architecture are the different courses which are being given across the CMR group of institutions. So these are the courses offered at CMR group of institution. So the campus which you will be studying MCA is at ITPL Main Road. So this is CMR Institute of Technology and it is located at ITPL Main Road in the Bengaluru's IT Hub, Whitefield. So CMR IT was established in the year 2000. It is permanently affiliated to Visvesvaraya Technological University. So this is a state university and this state university belongs to Karnataka and we are permanently affiliated with VTU. So Visvesvaraya Technological University is called as VTU and your scheme syllabus will be followed as per this university norms. So what would the vision of the institute? So our vision is to be nationally acclaimed and globally recognized institute of engineering, technology and management, producing competent professionals with appropriate attributes to serve the cause of the nation and of society at the large. So this is the vision of CMR IT. And about the MCA program. So MCA program was established in the year 2001. So we have around 2 decades of experience in running the MCA program. And from this academic year, MCA is a 2-year program and it comprises of 4 semesters. And as I was mentioning, it is affiliated to Visvesvaraya Technological University and it is a Karnataka State University and which has both engineering, MCA and MBA under this particular campus. So well experienced and high qualified teaching and training members are available in the department to render the quality training. The life of a MCA student in CMR. So it's an engineering college basically. We have various branches of engineering in CMR IT. Along with that, we do have a MCA and MBA program. So equal importance is given to MCA and MBA students along with the engineering student. So you can witness that by the various activities where our MCA students are involved. The photos which has been shared now is one of the program, cultural program where MCA students were participating. And apart from the cultural program, we do have a specific program with respect to MCA, which we call it as a resolution. So this is one of the cultural technical program which is which is run by MCA students along with the Cultura. So the platform is set equally for the MCA graduates here. So few of our achievements with respect to academics, and this is with respect to the university rank. So for the past couple of years, continuously we are bagging the top university ranks from VTU, and this is an affiliated college, right? So this particular course, so the rank is at state level. It is not at the college level. We have grabbed the rank at the state level. So far, we have 5 university ranks in the department. We are showcasing the top ranks of the last couple of years in the similar scheme which you will be taking up. So we have we had Sukanya P, who was a VTU first rank holder with 3 gold medal, and she grabbed the rank in the year 2018-19. So she was the topper of the university. So the next year, that is, this was in the year 2018-19, and in the year 2019-20, we have grabbed the 3rd university rank by Miss Mai Munisha, and she has got a 3rd rank at university level. And even in 2020-21, we are having a rank holder. Since the university has not published the rank, we are not sharing. This means that the last 3 years continuously we have bagged the top university ranks. How CMRIT MCA is different from the other department. We do have a center of excellence, which is called as an intelligent human computer interaction. So this center of excellence will help the students to create a human computer interaction projects. So apart from your VTU curriculum, we do have a program which will help you to create a lifetime projects, which will help you to grab your placement opportunity. Apart from that, we have a very distinct program called as TYL, and this TYL is related to your placement training, and you will be trained for your placement right from your semester 1. So TYL stands for Tie Your Laces program. It is a placement training program. So this TYL program will help you to develop your language aptitude, core technical, experiential learning, and the soft skill. So for every individual student who is taking admission in the college will be trained in all these categories, which will help you to grab a good offer or turn to be a good entrepreneur. So both this have been concentrated at our campus. So awareness session for career opportunities, trends, industry specific job training, pre-placement talks, and various club activities also keep us distinct from the other department. Whatever be your skill set, apart from the technical ability, we have a club to nurture you and bring out the talent in you. And a very important distinction of our department is the strong alumni network. So our alumni is our backbone. So we have, as I was mentioning, around two decades of experience in delivering this course we have, and we have a very strong alumni network, and our alumni network help us in placement, training the students in hedge of the technology, whatever is required right now. They give us good input so that we train our students and make them industry ready. And we do also have an approved research center under Visvesvaraya Technological University. So apart from MCA program, we also offer PhD for computer application. So we have an approved research center in our campus with respect to the Department of MCA. So what would the highlight of the teaching methodology? So how do we teach? Apart from the online teaching, which is happening currently, or the classroom teaching, we also have a various methodology in which we deliver our teaching. So one such way is that we teach concepts through case studies, and we also offer mini projects. So mini projects you will be working in all the semesters, and this is going to be different from how an university is expecting you to do. You will have projects with respect to university also, but your profile will add value only if you have developed multiple projects. So project experience is very vital for a PG course. So we have concentrated in such a way that every semester you will be having a mini project developed as per the subject which you are studying in that particular sem. This will make your profile strong for you to be job ready. We do have a makerspace facility which is available 24/7 to nurture the creativity and innovation among the students. This is for someone who is really passionate to have their own startup or have a side business, or they wanted to pursue their study as well as run their business. So this kind of an entrepreneurial support and incubation center is also available in our campus. Apart from this, we also deliver a class in such a way that the student participate and they improve they can improve their presentation skill, or they can improve their lifelong learning skills abilities. So through flip classes, through video sessions, through business games, and activity-based learning. So it's not just going to be board teaching or with a PowerPoint presentation. We ensure that the teaching methodology covers the fashion of a flip class, a video session, and an interactive tool-based and an activity-based learning. Coming to a very important point for any student who would look for an admission is about the training and the placement. So as I was mentioning, that we do have a specific program which is called as a Tie Your Laces. So Tie Your Laces, LACES stands for Language, Aptitude, Core, Technical, Experiential, and Soft Skill. So we ensure that every student who is joining CMRIT get the exposure of all these training and make yourself industry ready. So we prepare you from the day one, from your first semester towards your placements. And TYL skill development activities are throughout all the semesters, followed by your mock technical test and hackathons. So you will have mock interviews every semester. Say every month you will be having some or other test for you to get your improvement. This is just for you to assess at what level you are, where you have to put effort, and how you are going to scale up. So a continuous mock interview kind of thing will be conducted so that you have a good experience of facing the interview panel. So some companies which have recently recruited our MCA students are Infosys, LTI, TCS, Deloitte, Huawei, Coke, Elucian, and Collins Aerospace. So these companies have picked MCA candidates at good numbers. Apart from that, we do have many more companies which is coming for placement, be it for a 60% or students who don't have 60% throughout also. But we have highlighted these companies because they come and take many MCA graduates. And even now the latest package was 6 lakhs, which we got an offer last Saturday for our student. I would request Maumita ma'am to take over the presentation.
Ma'am, the PPT is not in slideshow mode.
How about now?
Yeah, it is in. Yeah, it is okay. Okay, continue from where Gomti ma'am left. We have certain, as ma'am told already, we have certain clubs which are mostly for students. Specific to MCA department, we have 2 clubs, the Protocol Club and the Techno-Turners Club. These 2 clubs, the objective of these clubs are to boost up students' technical knowledge and help them learn more, participate in competitions and win. Apart from these technical clubs, we also have college level music, art, theatre or other cultural and sports related activity clubs, which will help you, wherever is your interest. Based on that, you will get to know other people who share your same interest or participate in such competitions. Every student will get a mentor, one of the teachers as the mentor. Okay, so that mentor, whoever is that mentor for you, will be your mentor for all the 3 years or 2 years now. Along with that, so the mentor's job role is to take care of that particular students in terms of academics, in terms of mental health, or any other problem that the student faces in the campus. Along with that, we have a professional counselor in the campus who will help you out in case you are having any difficulty. Also, we have a career advisor. If you want any advice regarding your career, teachers are anyways there. But along with that, a professional career advisor can also help you out. I would like to add 2 more things here. We have a concept of peer learning and peer support teams. These teams are student groups who will help. Like, for example, in your batch, say there are 100 students. So out of those 100 students, we will pick 5 students teams, one for peer learning, another for peer support. Peer learning team will help all the students in their curriculum studies. Like if a particular student is weak in one particular subject, this peer learning team of students will help you understand that subject better. Peer support is for non-academic problems or any issues that a particular student is facing. Okay, coming back to the student clubs, these are the club logos for our department clubs, the Protocol Club and the Technotuners Club. So what does this club activity essentially do? You get to know students of other departments, or you get to understand where you are strong, or you gain in self-confidence. Also, attending regular classes every day, learning the same subjects, so it brings a monotony, right? So this club participation or winning or taking up competitions will also help you relieve stress. Gomsi ma'am, next slide. Yes, so these are the few professional bodies which we are associated with. For example, the first logo is of CSI. Every student who joins CMRIT will have to take up a membership in CSI. What is the benefit? The benefit is that CSI will be helping conduct. They will bring in people who are expert in certain fields, and those people will come and provide you lectures or trainings. The other professional bodies we are associated with are IST or Indian Science Congress, where your faculty members will have or they already have memberships. So that also will help you gain knowledge or access to people who are expert in the industry or in some particular field. Now, these are few groups which help you resolve your issues or which groom you on a particular field. For the first one, the grievance redressal system. If in any case a student has a problem or an issue regarding anything in the college campus, this grievance redressal system will help you resolve that particular issue. Incubation center, as ma'am told you, say you have a startup idea. This incubation center will help you groom that idea and go up to a level where you are independently able to start your business. Patent filing, we all in CMRIT have, we encourage students also to come up with ideas, and so that they can file their own patents or write their own research papers. We have Center of Excellences, like ma'am told, we have a Center of Excellence for our own department, where the Center of Excellence helps you in your research work or writing your papers or publishing it. Also, we conduct industrial visits for our students, where you will be taken to a particular industry, and you will know or you will see hands-on how that particular industry works. So you get a feel of how the real world is outside. Okay, now coming to the rankings of the institute, as ma'am told, we are affiliated with VTU, and our college is the courses are AICTE approved, and most of the courses are NBA accredited. For other ranks, we have an NIRF rank. We are in the top 200 engineering colleges in India, and also we have a NAC A+ rank. I think when we got NAC A+, we were the only college in Bangalore who had NAC A+. Other ranks like India Today, we ranked as 93 in all over India. And in Karnataka, we got 8th rank, and amongst India, we got 32 rank in EW. Times Engineering ranked as 75 amongst the top 100 private engineering colleges. Okay, so these are the few other ranks. Yeah, so now coming to the admission process, most of you have taken admission already, so you must be knowing it. People who are yet to take, let me just take you through it. Admission can be either through PGCET or through KMAT. PGCET is for Karnataka students and KMAT is for outside Karnataka students. Now, in case you have taken KMAT or PGCET, you have to come through counseling. Once you write KMAT, you can take direct admission. based on the selection list or your marks percentage.
We are down to your questions now. If you have any queries, if you wanted to know anything more, you can post your questions here. You can, yeah, I've received a question in a chat window. Share information about the internship cell. We do have an exclusive internship cell at CMRIT. In fact, MCA department is driving that particular cell. So students will be paid, will be offered paid internship opportunities. So even the student who have got placed now already, they have got a paid internship. So we will be helping you people to get an internship in your the last semester of your MCA course. So college timings would be 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Right now we are in the online mode, and the timings will change when it is an offline classes. So we will keep you posted about that. And usually the offline mode is that 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Out of that, yeah, you will be working on Saturdays also. It is based on your calendar of events. This semester was expected, usually the semester starts by September or October first week. So due to the current situation, the semester has not yet started. So Saturday, half a day right now, what we see is not possible. You will have college on Saturdays also. Do we get to decide the topic in the third and fourth semesters projects? Right from your first semester, we will give you an option to select your project. We will give you suggestion, what kind of a project, what kind of a technology you can use to build your profile. So you will be given this option. We encourage individual project, but teamwork is also very important. So initial semesters you will be having a team project, and later on you will be having an individual project. Especially when you are doing in your final semester, that will be your individual project. In the SEM 1 and SEM 2, we encourage you to work in a team, because team collaboration, teamwork is also a very important skill. Can we have more questions so that you get it clear, like what is, expected to be? Yes, you will have from November. If not offline, at least online classes may resume. After your PGCT exam, after the counseling, the exact date will be announced by VTU, and we will keep you posted regarding that.
Is there any more question?
Whenever you're joining, from there, 4 months time will be given, and after that your exam will be conducted. So you will have a full semester, irrespective of your date of joining. You will have a full syllabus, and whatever contents are there, every content will be covered, and you will have enough time for preparation, and only then we will be conducting the exam. The university will conduct the exam. Yes, if KMAT is postponing the exam also, if the classes are starting, it doesn't matter. Whenever the exam is scheduled, you can take up that exam. It doesn't matter. And with respect to your first semester, students who have completed your BCA or BSc Computer Science, you will have 6 papers and 5 papers, and the people who have from non-computer science background, you will have an additional paper which will give you a basics of computer programming. So the basics of computer programming with computer organization concepts will be delivered to you. So this will be your foundation course for the MCA. So in that way, you will be introduced to programming. Only one such paper, computer or programming and computer organization. We will share the subject code, subject name, all the details will be shared with you, the credit points. So once the date of reopening is announced, we will have an orientation program, and during this orientation program, we will be explaining you about your scheme, the different subjects which you will be learning. All these details will be given to you. So in addition to the VTU prescribed syllabus, we are also offering an extra content, the extra training with respect to full stack development. So we wanted all of our students to be an expert in the web programming before you be eligible for your placements. So keeping that in mind, we are offering a web programming course right from your semester 1 for you to have an hands-on and project experience. This will be for every student on top of your VTU curriculum. Questions are invited. Your scheme would be 20 MCA scheme. So it's become a 2-year course from this academic year. You have a new syllabus and the scheme is called 20 MCA. And during the orientation program, we will tell you very clearly, along with your subject code, who will be handling the subject, who will be your mentor. All these details will be shared with you during the orientation program. The campus starts in the 3rd semester. The campus interview starts in the 3rd semester. We will be training you right from the 1st semester for that. You will also have aptitude training right from your 1st semester. Yeah, for skill development for industrial purpose, we have planned a few courses, one in Java, another one in full stack development, and third one with respect to Python. So we will be training you in programming language like Java and Python at various level skill sets. And we call this as a TYL program, and we have various levels in this TYL program. Apart from that, we are also concentrating on full stack and cloud computing. So with respect to an industry, IT industry purpose, we will be training you, at least you have to gain expertise in Java, full stack, or in cloud, so that getting a job or a paid internship becomes much easier. Mrinal, can you explain me what you want? You mean a professional society you wanted to know? I want to know more about society. Is it about the professional society you mean? Mrinal Manika, can you please explain? Is it that you need about the professional society? Yeah, let me take the next question and then come back to you. What about machine learning program? You have a subject called as a machine learning, and the training perspective, whatever we have planned for placement perspective, no, as a fresher, we are not getting good number of requirements in machine learning. If we have a good number of requirement in the machine learning, we do have a center of excellence in the campus which offers machine learning course. So through that we will be able to offer. But what we are concentrating is that with respect to the placement point of view, what kind of a skill set for a fresher they are looking for, that skill set we are concentrating in the skill development. So if you are interested in a machine learning, you do have a paper which is in line with your machine learning and big data analytics, and we do offer a course at the college level. You can take that particular course.
Ma'am, college society as in student clubs, I guess.
Yeah, can you answer, Momita?
Yeah. Mrinal, student clubs, like I told you, every department will have a couple of student clubs. We have 2 student clubs, which are technical clubs. Like the student clubs, the members of the student club are responsible for organizing technical competitions. It might be some code writing competition or poster designing competition or like that. There can be anything. So they have to organize, invite other department students and conduct the competition, declare results. Right? Like that. It's kind of a like you get to know other people also, and you improve on your skills also. Does that answer your question? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So is there any skill development or add-on course for networking in case where the student want to specialize in networking instead of web development? If it is a requirement of one student, individual student, we may not be able to train, but we can mentor you through the alumni. So our alumni, as I was telling, they are our backbone. Like we do have a set of alumni who are working in this particular area. They can train you if you are interested in the networking field. Okay, so we are concentrating basically on getting you a paid internship or for placement, and our trainings are in line along with that. Clear? So we can support you, we can help you to map you with a mentor or map you with your alumni to have to get your interest on this particular field. But we have only a year time to make you industry ready for your placement. So we follow our own formula to get you placed in a very reputed company. So as per that, we don't have a networking inside our syllabus, because with in line with computer application, networking is not coming inside our core domain. And you hardly have a subject on networking, not much on the very practical aspect as what you were talking about, a layer 1, 2 or 3. And we can support you through our alumni contacts and our mentoring team. So we can support, but the individual person's training would be difficult. And coming back to the machine learning, so Ashu as posting questions on machine learning and data science. Yes, we have our center of excellence, and all the faculties who are working here, also our PhD area is in line with machine learning. We have expertise in machine learning and data science and big data analytics at our research level. So you have that faculty strength, having knowledge on this. But as a fresher, how many jobs a machine learning or a data scientist at the fresher level, the recruitment which is coming in, no, it is very minimal or none. And if you wanted to learn, the potential of training you and making you to do a good project, that support is available in the campus, since most of the faculties, 90% of the faculties area of research is into a machine learning or a big data analytics. So we will be able to provide, train you. But right now, since the companies are not looking for this particular skill set for a fresher, we are not deeply concentrating on it. Yes, we do have Center of Excellence on IoT. See, again, coming back to our placement training is more focused on what kind of skill set for a computer application graduate the industry is looking for. Right? We do have a machine learning, networking, IoT expertise in the campus. We do have a center of excellence. We do have many programs, many trainings. We call this as a short-term training program and long-term training program, etc. So you have the capacity of learning it as per your area of interest. No doubt about that. But individually, we will not be able to train as per the student interest. If you are interested in machine learning, we can draw a roadmap for you, and we have a platform where you can grab this training and you can do. And when I was talking about the full stack, similar way, we have a machine learning training, we have a full stack training, we have a big data analytics training. All these trainings are also available in the campus. You can take up the training and you can build a project on that, and you can improve your capability in that particular skill set. We have a platform for your interest on these areas. And Saurav, for your question, for IoT also, we do have a center of excellence in our college, and we do provide training called as STTP or LTTP training. And then students are trained in this particular area. And as I wanted to emphasize on this, for an MCA graduate, what is the skill set industry is looking for? That particular skill set is going to be our main area of focus. And all these can sit on top of it. And Midun Lal, about your question, explain the incubation center facility. So the initiative of Government of India and MHRD, they are promoting the startup initiatives even at college level. So we have our registered MSME incubation center, which is available in CMRIT, and this incubation center will help you to start your own startup. So they will help you to file your patent, file your ideas. So while you're studying itself, you can have your own startup. So they will help you to participate in various competitions, and they call this as a Smart India Hackathon. It is done at India level. In short form, they call it as an SIH. So you can participate in Smart India Hackathon, present your idea, build your own startup. So to do this, to nurture the student in their entrepreneurial journey, we have an incubation center at college. It is an incubation center which is recognized by Government of India. And coming to the next question, the type of hackathon. Say, I'll come to this point. Say some students are interested in machine learning, IoT, networking. So a competition will be conducted. So we conduct this competition as hackathons. That is, a student have to code for 24 hours or 48 hours, or how usually a corporate hackathon happens. In the similar way, this hackathon also happens. So we will give you a problem statement, and based on multiple domains. Say full stack is one, cloud computing is another area which we are concentrating, machine learning, big data analytics. All these are some of the areas which I have mentioned. And apart from that, just like that, we also conduct an idea hackathon. So if you wanted to go for a startup, present your idea, and people will nurture you how to take up your startup. So for getting nurturing you to build your own products or build your skill set by participating in hackathons. So different levels of competitions will be held, and this will be held. And how it will be held is that this can be held in a semester once, or you will, based on which particular training you have been done, based on that a problem statement will be given in your hackathon. So this hackathon is usually conducted as a 24 hours or 48 hours, and we also encourage team participation in that, because as a team building skill is one of a very important skill which is required. So team activity, this hackathon will be conducted as a team. Say 2 to 3 people can be a part of a team, and then you will be participating in this hackathon. And this will be happening every semester in the college. So before you pass out from MCA, you will be having an exposure of attending at least 4 hackathons. Apart from the hackathon which is happening, like we do have tie-up with Hacker Earth, Hacker Rank, Code Chef. So student clubs are there even in this idea. So you can participate in the other department hackathons also. So we will also share with you what and all other competitions which you can participate. So that is how we do an hackathon event and encourage students to participate in the outside competitions and the hackathons which is being posted by the industries. And will there be any certificate based program like AWS Azure? So we do have as I was telling you about the TYL, we have various levels in TYL, like P2, P3, P4, P5, like that. So we offer this cloud computing as one of the P5 areas. So what we do here is that we train you in cloud computing concepts, and then we will show you an hands-on on how to use an AWS or how to use a Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud. All these we will be explaining you, and by end of it, we will be giving you an hackathon. And once you clear this, once you can come up with your own project and implementing that in the cloud, then you will be P5 certified. So that is an internal certification from the college. We do encourage you to take external certificate, but that is not a mandatory thing. That is up to you. But we will be able to guide you to take an certification program. And we do have some programs which are offered for free also. So that part is that certification program also you can participate. But in college, we have not made certification mandatory. At college level, we conduct hackathons on what is exactly required for a MCA graduate to be known about the cloud. So internal certificate will be provided for you. yeah, vouchers provided. We do get we will be getting some offers, so we will let you know. We will keep posting that for this particular certification the vouchers are available, and if you want you can take it up. Even we have a cell called as an IEEE cell, so even through that you can have this vouchers can be available. Vouchers are made available. The hackathon events, when we are concentrating on placement point of view, that particular hackathon events are open only for CMRIT students, but we do have a resolution for MCA, one of a techno event, and we do have a cultural program. So along with that, whatever hackathons are being conducted, those hackathons, all the students can participate. So we will be inviting throughout India, and we will be having participants from outside CMRIT. But with respect to placement point of view, if we offer you training and then if we wanted you to attend that hackathon, that will be open only for CMRIT students. Saurav, yes, you like yeah, the teachers are very friendly here, and we do have a ma'am from West Bengal. You might know her, Ms. Maumita Roy, and yes, we will be helping you. We are friendly, we are open, but we cannot be friends for the student. So that also you should understand. We will not be your friend, but we will be friendly. So there is a difference between being a friend or being a friendly. Whatever support is required for you at the time when you're not well, or any moral support, you may have homesick, we will be very much supportive to you. And as I was telling, we will have a mentor for you. For each and every student in the college, we have a mentor. So that mentor will be your first point of contact. Whatever kind of difficulty you are facing, or any issues, emotional issue or professionally you are finding it difficult to cope up, all that moral support will be given to you. So you need not worry. The environment, if it is going to be new for you, you are away from your family, this will be your extended family. Okay, the only expectation from us will be the student should be attentive, that student should come to the class and just like cooperate in the way, like with respect to your attendance or the task which has been assigned, and understand the importance of few of the trainings which we are giving, right? So that is the minimum expectation we would require. We are not very strict, we are open for discussion, we are friendly, and we will take care. You need not worry. Maumita, you wanted to add something?
It's okay, Saurav. You don't need to worry. If you are sick, means see, so many people are coming out of home, right? You will have these kind of worries, but we are there. There's no need to worry.
Yeah, Shravan had asked how many programming languages are there for your course. Yeah, you will be learning Java and Python. Every semester you will be having one programming language, one programming language, and as your semester goes, you will also be introduced to web programming, .NET technology. So there will be an additional. So every semester you will have minimum one programming language which you have to study. In some semesters you will have couple of programming languages also. So
yeah, first sem they have Unix, no?
Yeah, and you will also have data structures, Unix. And with respect, you are asking only about programming. I would like to emphasize the more concentration will be on Java and Python. Why is the company which is coming for interview also are looking for these skill sets. So they expect you to write your coding interview in Python or in Java. It is there in your VTU syllabus also. In addition to that also, we will be providing an hands-on training in these programming languages. Apart from that, you will have full stack development, you will have cloud computing, you will have machine learning, all these things also. So with precise to your programming languages, it is good if you concentrate on Java and Python. Very nice that you have been so interactive. We encourage everyone to ask questions so that you know about the college better even before the orientation program, and few of you have not taken admission, so you can get to know what extra you wanted to know. Yeah, apart from the scholarship which like category, so whatever irrespective of the category which you belong to, there will be a government scholarship. So we have an exclusive scholarship session which is available in CMRIT. So this scholarship section will help you to apply for your scholarship based on your category. But apart from the government scholarship schemes, we do have a CMR scholarship schemes. So this CMR scholarship scheme is given to various categories of students like general merit, and you will also have leadership category awards, and you will have sports awards. So these are the 3 awards which is being offered by CMR on top of the other government scholarship. So when you perform very well in your academical thing, or you need you have really scaled up, you are in a probable list of a rank holder, or you are really doing well participating in the competitions and you're winning competitions, there also you will have an whatever competitions are there in line with cash prizes, that also will be suggested. But exclusively with respect to scholarship, apart from the government scholarship, we do have a CMR scholarship of 3 categories: general merit, sports, and leadership. And leadership awards are usually given to a final year student. Sports award and general merit are given to all students. And this will be happening yearly once on our Founders Day. So our founder, Sri Chikka Muniappa Reddy. So CMR stands for Chikka Muniappa Reddy. And on this we celebrate his birthday, we celebrate as a Founders Day. On the occasion of this Founders Day, awards are given to the students in various categories. Are we using DevOps and Agile methodologies? You will understand this while you are studying about software engineering and software testing. But developing a project in Agile methodology, you will understand the concept, but you can develop the project with respect to that. And it is not as part of your syllabus, but if you are interested, this is not going to be difficult for us to incorporate. We can have a team game. I mean, we can divide the students as a team, and we can make as a role-based training, like who can work as a coder, or who can be a tester, or what is a scrum, introducing it. We can have it as a role play, but as per the syllabus, we don't have how a project can be developed as a DevOps or Agile methodology. Only the concept you will be studying in software engineering, software testing related papers.
Or Ashwini, you can conduct one of the student club activities when you join on this.
We do. Our very few seats are left, and only management seats have been filled right now. PGCT seats are still pending. Like PGCT admission will happen only after the counseling. So our management seats are getting filled, only very few seats left. And only after the counseling, we will know like how many. But in a section, you will have 60 students. You will not have more than that. And if Government of India is emphasizing on the count of the numbers, definitely your class size will reduce. Midun, yeah, we do have many companies which are coming for placement. And whatever I have mentioned in my presentation now, recently the companies which have placed students of MCA in this particular batch. So that count I have mentioned. We have a good number of companies. I think we have reached 120 plus already. In this kind of a situation also, the placement is 120 plus. When the first semester mini project starts, first we will train you, and we will give you an idea of basis of programming, and then we will start with how to come up with a web project and web programming project with the basics of HTML, or a little more extra what is required for you to develop a project. And after that training, your mini project will start. You can approximately take around 20 days after your college reopens. The 20 days of training would be given, and then you will have to start your project. So training will be given followed by your project. So recently we have conducted a 1-week training program on developing a chatbot. So we completed it on Friday. So we will be asking the students to develop the project from Monday. So we will give training and then we will ask you to do your project. Grooming classes are available. As I was telling you, tie your laces. So in the laces, in LACES, the S stands for soft skill. So how you have to present yourself, how you have to your body language, your etiquettes, your presentation skill, all these will be concentrated in the soft skill. You will be having a soft skill class that will be helping you to groom yourself. And yeah, you have at least 5 or 6 faculties taking your class. So in class, be it online or offline, the faculties also will be helping you to groom. We will just start with the basics of email etiquette. In that level we start. So how to write a proper mail, how to do a proper communication, what are the ethics should be followed, what are all the professional ethics which is expected out of a postgraduate student. All these things are will be taught as a part of a soft skill sessions. Maybe soft skill sessions are less also. You have faculties coming to your class. We will keep giving you feedback in a very positive way. Yeah, we do have a subject issue as .NET. So even now we have a ASP.NET subject. So the syllabus is for creating a different types of a .NET application. And we have a subject. In align with that subject itself, we will teach you how to develop a project. So right now, the final year MCA students are learning this subject, and we have helped them to develop web application and Windows application project. Yes, if the entrance exam of KMAT is getting postponed, doesn't matter. If the university is asking us to take the class, we start the session, we will be starting the session, and then also you can take up the entrance exam. It doesn't matter. And all these are government bodies. So after their discussion only, they will share the circular. See, if something is run by CMRIT, we will be able to answer you, and we will have some communication. But unless the communication is via a proper channel and the circular, we will not be informing. So we are waiting for an official communication circular. After that, we will inform. Any more questions? We are very happy that you have very effective questions to ask. Like most of the questions which are like this show your enthusiasm towards the course and your eagerness to learn. Any more questions? Any parents are available in this webinar? They can also ask some questions. Guardian or parents? Yeah, we do have, as per the requirement, we do have 12 people in the department. And we do have 3 professors in the department and 5 PhD holders. And all the faculties are pursuing PhD.
Private teaching is not required. In case you want any help in a particular subject, the subject teacher will always be available after the class hours. You can anyways come and clear your doubts.
So you don't need a tuition in CMRIT MCA. We will take care of your learning. Yeah. Will there be a language like C# for our course, or we will be only specializing in Java and Python? No, you will be having C# .NET. In final year, you will have C# .NET. And right now, I'm handling the paper. You have 2 modules of C# programming. You will be introduced to how to develop a Windows application and web application also. So apart from Java and Python, you will be having other programming languages and various other technologies also. Yeah, we do have a good library system. Like you can take a book, that renewal of the books have to be done. We have adequate a number of books available in the library. Yeah. Someone has asked me, yeah, Pradeep has asked me to explain about the lab. Yeah, we do have per semester 3 labs. So every sem you will be having 3 lab subjects, and like say if you have 4 semesters, first 3 semesters you will have minimum 3 labs. So how a lab will be conducted is that whatever programming paper you are studying in that particular semester, related to that programming paper, you will be having a lab associated with that. So again, lab exam will be different, theory will be different. So associated with that subject, we will have a lab, and we have a number of hours for the lab curriculum also to be covered. And we also have something called as an instruction class. Before you go to the lab, we will tell you what exactly you have to do. So we will give you an insight of what have to be done in the lab, what is expected out of this, and then only you will go to the lab. That is how we handle our lab session. Say, for example, I'll take .NET as example. If you have to develop a Windows application or a web application, first we will give you a demonstration of how to establish the connectivity with the database and what are all the controls to use. We will give you an head start of that, and then understanding what is the program, what is the problem given in the program, you go and start your lab session. Yeah, that's a very good question. Regarding your application, regarding your projects, we have 3 different types of projects. One project is your mini project that is based on the subject which you are learning in a particular semester. So that one is a mini project. We have a very unique type of a project at CMRIT, which is called as an entrepreneurial project. So what is this entrepreneurial project about is you go and take the requirement from the company, and then you scale down that requirement, and then you start developing the project and deploy the project in the organization. So this organization can be a bigger MNC and or a very small petty shop which we have in our surrounding area. So what happens here is that you will have end-to-end experience. So what I mean by end-to-end experience is that you will involve from taking the requirement. You will take the requirement from the company, or what I am talking about is some business group. So business body, a small shop, say a mobile shop, or any type of a shop which we can see by any retail shop or any supermarket or a smaller supermarkets. So we can collect the requirement from them, and then you can develop a project for them and deploy their project which you have developed in that particular client's place. So this is called as an entrepreneurial project, and this project will give you a good exposure, end-to-end exposure. You will learn from how to collect the requirement till how to deploy the project in the client place. So this will be your end-to-end understanding. In addition to that, when we are talking about the real-time project, you will be doing in your final semester through your internship and project. So you have to go to corporate and you will be taking up this project. So that also will give you a real-time exposure. Apart from our entrepreneurial project, in our entrepreneurial project, you will be in everything, and you can also do it as a team project. But like equally, if you can divide, you will have a good learning. So you will start from the requirement phase till the deployment. So that will give you a good real-time exposure about end-to-end project implementation. And this would be your first step towards your entrepreneurial journey also. As a freelancer, as a student itself, you can work as a freelancer. Swagata, once your physical classes starts, you're expected to attend the class. The course is just for the 2 years. You will not have a recorded session in your physical class. You're expected to have 85% attendance as per the university rank, minimum 85% attendance. Right now, we are taking classes online. We have recorded session. We will have some recorded sessions, but attending class will be mandatory. It's not that like you join and you're not going to come to the class. That is not possible in the physical class. Do you have Linux OS lab? No, we don't have lab at that level. We have a basics Unix lab in our curriculum. Will Java be taught at core and advanced? When we are talking about extra to the Linux OS lab, whatever is there in our curriculum, that lab is there. Anything on top of it or extra is not offered. That is what I mean to say. You have a paper related to operating system. So in that, whatever is there, that is given as your lab. So additional labs are not given in this particular area. And coming to Java, you have core Java, advanced Java. We have Java Basics and Advanced Java, that is J2EE. So both will be taught as part of your curriculum itself. So Java is there as both core as well as advanced. You want which Shravan? You want which PowerPoint slides? The one which we presented now you want? That is what you mean? We will be sharing with you. Should not be a problem. And even orientation program will be given. Those also we will be sharing with you. Yeah, Shravan, we will be giving you. So how the internship is carried? Say you have two components in MCA program. One is internship and another one is a project. So how internship is carried out is that you have to go to corporate and you have to do the internship. So when you do that, usually the industry offer the internship as part of a training program. They offer a training to you and then they expect you to do a project. So that is what we are also doing in our placement training. So we do training and then we expect you to develop a project, and you're expected to do in internship also the same. Maybe some organization will expect you to start your project from day one, and some will be asking, will train you a little, and then they will be asking you to develop a project. It is based on the industry. So when someone is asking you to start the project from day one, their expectation is you should have the skill set to develop the project. Based on that skill set only, they will be recruiting you. And if someone wanted to take you as an intern, some companies will train you and then also you will be taking up the project. So whatever internship you do through college, right? So we make sure that students are getting trained and then we are pushing you for that particular internship. Say for example, a few companies like SAP or Coke, where our students or Huawei, what they do is that they take MCA students, they train them a little in some particular technology and then they put them into the project. So during their internship phase also, they will be getting paid internship. For the training also, you will be getting paid and then only you will be put inside the project. So that is how the usual trend of an internship and the project. Ma'am, every month we can have the aptitude mock. Okay, coming back to this one, with aptitude mock, we do have manual. So we do have a TYL book. This TYL book will contain all the syllabus as well as the working materials, the concepts of that particular topic which we wanted to cover, and the mock exercises. So practice is going to be there for you throughout. So at least in a semester, 3 times you will be writing this test, and 1 time you will be, by end of the semester you will be taking. So minimum at least 4 times you will be taking a mock interview, that is mock aptitude test you will be taking. Clear with that? So aptitude manual is available, or any type of a training we are giving from syllabus till whatever contents are covered and what are all the exercises which you have to solve, everything is covered. Everything will be offered to you. As long as if you are attending the classes during this particular timings, whatever we say, that suppose we have a class from 9 to 12:30, if you are attending that classes and the lab sessions, and then if you are able to manage, then we don't have a problem. So this is for the answer for Darul. Apart from the companies, we can go for some other company. Yes, if you have a contact and if you want to do internship in a particular company, you can go. Like we will also recommend for internship, we will also arrange for interviews. But if you do have a contact, you can go and avail that also. Should not be an issue. Any more questions? Hope you got some good insight on what are we going to do in CMRIT. Have you? Was the Q&A session was sufficient for you to understand what is expected out of you? If you have more queries, should not be an issue. We will be able to take up offline also. Okay, so we will keep you posted regarding your KMAT, regarding the reopening of the college as per the circular which we receive. Okay, so we will be keeping you posted. You can contact me or Maumita ma'am anytime regarding any other queries, and we will also keep you posted regarding the orientation program. So during the orientation program, we will help you out in understanding the clear course outline from SEM 1 to SEM 4, what and all you have to do, what is expected out of you, what is the grade system, what is called as a CBCS system. All these information will be provided during your orientation program. Clear? So can we wind up the session now? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.